Hello and welcome to episode 10. This episode is about my summer plans. I'm aware that some of the lovely people I follow do like June plans and then July plans. For me, I just find it too much pressure to try and think what I'll achieve in 1 month. I often get distracted with other ideas and I want to think more about my summer sewing rather than just 1 month of plans. So welcome back to my existing subscribers. It's lovely to have you back again. If you are new, I'd love it if you could give a subscribe and a like, and if you want to go and follow me on Instagram as well, I am Sequin Girly on there too, and it's lovely to have you here. So let's start today with what I'm wearing. This was a thrifted t-shirt from a charity shop and it had a bit of a hole in it and it was reduced because nobody seemed to want it. And at the bottom I have some vintage fabric, which is actually from a sheet from when I was a child. I'll just stand up for you so you can see I've got pockets here, tie on the back. I have learned a lot since I made this last summer, so I know I need to understitch the pocket, so I'll probably go back and do that. And it's just those little things, isn't it, on your journey when you look back to a year ago and what would I do differently now. Apart from that, I'm still really happy with it. So one of my very first summer plans is I have another thrifted t-shirt that needed a home. It's a green one. I'm going to turn that into a similar style dress like this, so that's definitely a summer plan. This is a quick, easy, comfy win, particularly for something like travelling. My next summer plan, you may have seen in a previous video, I talked about how this was a Patina blouse pattern where I left off the collar and then added a skirt and added ties. And I love a tie in the summer because you can leave it loose when you're super hot and then put a tie on when you want to feel a bit more sort of nipped in. So part of my summer plan is to make another one of these in a lovely bright summery colour. So that's definitely on my list for this summer. I've realised I don't need them to be real buttons, so I will be putting fake buttons on. It's definitely an over the head one for me. Let's see what else I've got in my bag here. I have some thrifted men's shirts that I've had for about a year or so, possibly even 2, some of them. If you have a look, there is a short on making a men's shirt that I made from other shirts, a purple theme. I would like to make this into a shirt dress. So I've got pinks and greens. And so these becoming a dress, what I will do is I'll keep like the button front, I bring in the shoulders, swap the different sleeves, and then add the different bits of fabric to create the skirt. Sometimes I will take the button placket of the other shirt to put at the bottom for the placket of the skirt. So I like to play around with what exists and then turn it all into a dress. But I think pink and green together is a great combination. And sometimes I'll raid other fabric in my stash to go with it to create even more sort of patterns and things. And I think I've got a pink vintage sheet and possibly some other green gingham, so we can just play with the pinks and greens and the checks and the florals together. So that is on my list for this summer too. And then I've got a couple of patterns on my list. So I have this one from Maison Fauve, which is the Salto top. And I really love the shape across the front, so I'm looking forward to the challenge of having a go at that because it's not something I've sewn before. I'll definitely be doing the toile for this, and so on my summer plans is to learn a new pattern that can hopefully become a go-to staple in my wardrobe. This would be great in some plain solids to go with lots of my other patterned items. Now I'm late to the game for this one, I know, but the Ogden Cami, The Secret Life of a Seamstress, has lots of these. To me that looks again like a sort of a summer essential, so I want to have a go. I've never sewn it, I can't believe it, and so this is on my list for this summer. And then I talked about this in episode 9, the Tulia T, as inspired by the Yorkshire Sew Girl. It looks like a great one for some pattern. So the Tulia T looks like a great one for some colour blocking for those pattern and colours and blocks mixed together. The rest of my summer plans are not patterns, they're various things. So in episode 9 I talk about my joy of finding a culotte pattern that works for me. So part of my summer plans is to make 1, if not 2 or 3 more pairs, so that I've got a really good collection of those. They're perfect for dressing up, dressing it down, and not needing to wear the secret shorts underneath in this warmer weather. Then I have a little thrift hack here. I am a huge fan of vintage St Michael clothing, and I own 3 of their fabulous pleated skirts. I have this white one, a lovely sort of cornflower blue, different buttons at the front and actually a zip at the back. It's inside out but you can still see, and a jade green one which has buttons down the front. Sadly they are all about 1 or 2 or 3 inches too tight and they're not comfortable to wear. So I've had an idea. I saw on a lovely well-loved vlog channel on YouTube, she actually saw this brilliant street fashion with multiple pleated skirt sort of colours together. So I'm thinking that there's definitely a way to put these 3 together with their pleats so they fit, and I might be able to make more than one, might not need more than one, but for example, if I keep the buttons at the front and then cut and join it at the side, or even if these buttonholes, because they are both vintage St Michael's, match these buttons, then surely I can button them at the front and then stitch them together at the back. It looks like they might do. That would be just too amazing, wouldn't it? I think they may even be the same buttons. So these may have been sold at the same time, just in another colourway. Picture this all the way down and then just attaching it further around, and suddenly something that I've been keeping and feeling sad I can't wear, that I don't want to get rid of, I can wear, and maybe the spare from that can go into sort of more of a stripe with this one. So that's definitely on my summer plans. If you've seen my recent video on my 5 essential handmaids, thank you to the Knotty Name for that. I talked about shorts, so definitely making some more pairs now I've got the hang of this. Oh, leaf there. So I have got like an orange gingham and a red gingham. This is fabric I found in a charity shop, and just making a couple more pairs of just quick, easy throw on shorts. Definitely on my list for this year, another one from my 5 essential handmaids is just some more lovely cotton skirts. Lots of variation. This one's got lots of thin layers of elastic. This is a flat front one. Do different ones just to add to the wardrobe. I'll look at what colours I could do with that I haven't got, and just a couple of throw on skirts. You can throw them on with a tee. When you're in the car and you get somewhere hot, you can slip on the shorts underneath. You can even make like a matching top, so you've got a co-ord. So it'd be great if I can get the Ogden Cami, maybe with the Maison Fauve, like a yellow gingham to go with it, because they're just great and they bring me a lot of joy in the summer, and cotton is just so cooling for this time of year. Only 2 to go for my summer plans. So I recently made this, I talked about it in episode 9, and it's just a basic tee from a light jersey viscose. I got this one from Minerva, but I used the Freya top and I made a scoop neck, and I really need to do these in a few more colours, because then I can easily throw this on with this, throw it on with this, throw it on with the shorts, and it just suddenly brings a lot of my pattern, because you probably noticed this, a lot of my patterned items together. That's the one thing I found really difficult, is I've got a lot of patterned tops and a lot of patterned skirts, and how do I put them together? Well, I'm starting with creating some bold plains in tops, and then maybe I'll do some bold plains in bottoms. I'm not so keen, but I really probably should, so that's probably on my list. Maybe a bold plain skirt to go with some of my patterned tops might be good. And last of all, for my summer plans, is to turn this tablecloth that I found when I went to Cardigan in Wales. I'll just hold it up for you to see again if you didn't see. into a top. I think it could be a great, now I've seen the new Friday Pattern Company Donny top, and maybe that would be great on the back, or just maybe like a simple blouse with a collar, possibly even a patina. So have a look at what I can make. It's super soft, will feel really light, would be great with like a pair of summer trousers or something, or even now, just thinking, if we look at this, how great would that top look at that with those? So I'm getting ideas already, but they're my summer plans. I know I will end up doing other things. I know that I will see other ideas, other projects, and that's why I wanted to stick to thinking about June, July and August rather than 1 month at a time, so that it's achievable what I want to do without not building in space to get excited about something and an idea that I see. I have still got some of my Make 9 things to do, which are going on in the background. I think I've only got 2 to go until I've started everything on my Make 9 list, and one of those is definitely, well, 2 of them actually are definitely summer projects. So although they're not on my summer plans, they are on my Make 9 plans, and they will happen hopefully too. And I will do an update in a month or so with how I'm going with my Make 9. But I'd love to hear what your plans are for the summer. Please drop me a message below in the comments so that I can see what you're up to. I'd love you to like and subscribe if you can, and if you want to see action shots of where I'm up to in things, pop over to Instagram where I am Sequin Girly, and you can see little sneak peeks and stills and photos of what I'm doing. And sometimes when things go wrong, I might share a little picture on my stories as well. I had a serger incident last weekend, which I managed to recover from. But it is those things that if you want to see the behind the scenes, that's over on Instagram. I hope you have a good week. Thank you for coming. Bye.